Hello friends, Music Man from his man cave, and today we're going to talk about stupid with money and how as you're getting on the road to finally pulling yourself out of the muck, you made a lot of mistakes like I have. You struggled and you realize that you're just going to have to pay this stuff off. You're going to have to buckle down and basically you're going to have to pay off your debts. That may be where you are, where I'm still paying off a couple of debts that I owe, and then finally you're going to be able to save. Now I want to warn you about another pitfall. Okay, it's tied into greed, selfishness, and then stinginess. Yeah, it's called when you become obsessed with money. Let's talk about it. Hi, Music Man from his man cave. And there is, you've been flexing your spending muscle a lot, right? If you're right-handed. Or you've been flexing that spending muscle a lot, right? Look at the pipes. Yeah. And so you haven't been flexing your saving or your investing muscle very much at all. So what you do is like a bodybuilder, you go to the gym and you get obsessed. Your whole life becomes, you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, so you'll do whatever you have to do. You don't want to be unhealthy anymore. You drink these protein shakes, and you have to consume 5,000 calories a day to keep all that muscle, kind of thing. What I'm talking about right now is going the opposite way, where you become basically obsessed, and all your devotion, all your thinking is about money. That's where you get stingy. It's where you get greedy. It's where you get weird, okay? No one even likes to be around you because you turn every topic into money, and that's just not a way to live. You still got to live, and you can still pull yourself out of the mess that you're in without becoming a cad, a prude, a weirdo that you literally are completely obsessed with saving and making sure that you're going to be have plenty in your retirement. Well, let me talk to you about that a little bit. Remember, I believe in saving for provision, not security. There is no security. Security is an illusion. The only security I know of is on the solid rock of Jesus Christ. And so I invest in His kingdom. And some people say, well, that's a waste of money. You're an idiot. You're a fool. Well, that's faith, and that's my faith, and that He's who I believe in, and I believe in getting behind His causes and doing the best that I can to make sure that the needs are met. People are sent. The message is getting out. So you can get weird. You can get really strange if you're not careful. I mean, stranger than being even in deep. Usually people that are in debt are also generous people. So you're going to have to work through this, but you can still be generous. And look at my video on generosity. You can still be generous and still save enough and have enough for provision in retirement. You can do it. So how do you avoid this trap? Well, you don't swing too far the other way. Both ways are bad. Go way over here where you're spending every dime that you have, you're spending more money than you have. That's bad. And then there's a person that basically are penny pinchers. Now I have a relative like this, and the guy is still worried to death. He is literally wealth beyond you can imagine. He saved his entire life. He never had any children, and he is extremely wealthy. Yet he is the most worried man I've ever met. He's still obsessed about money. He can't spend anything. His wife just died 4 months ago, and he never took her hardly anywhere. He never did anything. He never worked on the other muscle, which is spending. You got to spend too. See, I believe just like the Holy Spirit, you're filled with the Holy Spirit so that you can give. And then you're filled again so you can give. And you're filled again so you can give. And I believe the same about money. And money's not the only thing. You'd be blessed with time. You're blessed with health. Why? So you can be used up, so you can give. It's a good principle to live by. So some people then they swing the pendulum the other way after they've made a mistake and pulled themselves out of the muck, and they can get like a very condescending attitude. Like, look at all these stupid people. Oh, you guys are so dumb. You're all beneath me. I pulled myself out of the muck. When if you really, really look at it, something happened. They got lucky somehow. Those condescending people. They got lucky. They just by sheer luck did the right thing with the stock market. Just by sheer luck. Not because they were some great purveyor of wisdom. They were lucky. Or an aunt for no reason at all they thought hated their guts, left them $1 million. So all of a sudden, just because they were lucky, they look at other people that haven't had that kind of luck. And they're like, you guys are all just so stupid. You're so ignorant. Now, beware of that trap. When you pull yourself out, when you start investing and saving, be generous and be careful not to become stingy. I'm not tithing to that church. They're all corrupted and evil. No, there are good churches out there. There are Bible-believing churches that have pastors that love Jesus Christ, and they're on the straight up and up. They're not out buying jet airplanes and boats and getting a new Cadillac. They're actually the genuine article. You have to look for them, but they're out there. You need to look for another church if you got a pastor doing those kind of things, because it ain't right. There are churches that are all about the building $100 million building. They understand that it's just a building. They're modest, and they build as much church as you need, and they, you know what I mean. They're nice little churches. They're nice churches, and the pastor's a really nice guy, and he's down to earth, and he's genuine. They're out there. Look for them. Okay, so don't get weird. Don't start pulling away. And I'm not giving anything anything. Oh, there's a guy starving. It's all his fault. He brought it upon himself. You'll lose compassion. You lose mercy. And you know what? It's just not a way to live. You want to be a person that's compassionate, that's merciful, that's loving, that's kind. And you want to be able to help those and give them what they need. Don't enable them. And I will do a video on the enabler, or a person that you enable. You got to watch out for that. Don't do that. That's bad. You don't want to enable them, because you're not helping them. You're actually hurting them. You don't want to just give them free handouts. That doesn't work. The government's done that. They've tried that. And what does it turn people into? Depressed alcoholics who are basically just live off everybody else. They become just leeches. That's all they are. They're a leech. So I'm just warning, as you do this, you got to have the right mindset. Don't go too far the other way. Don't become Ebenezer Scrooge. And everybody gets what's coming to them. They were stupid enough to do that. I have no pity on them. Still be a loving person. Still be generous. Still be kind. And for goodness sake, don't think about money all the time. There's other things in life besides money. There is. There's a lot of free stuff out there, like a nice walk. You can go to the library and see any magazine you want with no subscription. Get books. They even have about every movie you can imagine, if you can imagine that. Today, the libraries are really nice. Go there. Rent a movie from the library and bring it back. I mean, there's a lot of free stuff out there where you can cut back and save money so that you can be generous. Put it into your budget. Put it in a generosity fund, and determine in your mind and from a cheerful heart how much you're going to give to the church. And every now and then, give as there's a need. It's the only way to live. Otherwise, if you go too far the other way, you turn into just a miserable human being. And you're sitting around with millions of dollars worried. How am I going to make it? I have to pay this assisted living $2,000 a month. You're rich. You're rich. You're okay. You need to go spend some money and stretch your muscle a little bit, because their spending money is now completely withered, and their savings and investment money is as big as Arnold's arm. That's not a healthy way to live either. Life is about balance. You must learn balance, Daniel's son. Must learn walk before fly. Rule of life, not mine, Daniel's son. Quote from Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid. Take care, God bless. Bye.